All right, my friends, let's do this. It's time for episode 151 of my Sunday night Stay-At-Homebodies virtual open mic, where I post an open mic set here every Sunday night on YouTube at 8 o'clock Pacific time, and then I repost that on my Facebook thread. And then on my Facebook thread, I list all the musicians and friends of mine that I'm in the process of catching up with, new stuff, old stuff. I'm in the process always of listening to my musical friends' output, and I do that on Sunday nights. Try it. You'll like it. If you want to join me, go to Facebook, 8 o'clock Sunday nights, or you can just watch this if you happen to end up watching this. So let me take care of my pregame before we get started with tonight's set. I'm going to light a little Japanese incense, turn on the Dylan light, and get things going. Hang on. All right. Okie dokie. Let's go old school. Some local product here. Very local. Cheers to you. And a tiny bit of the Dylan whiskey. Mm. Just a little swallow. Not really a whiskey guy. But any opportunity to support Mr. Dylan, I'll take it. So I have a little bit of the Heaven's Door whiskey at my open mic. And that's about it. All right. Well, so I'm going to do a kind of unusual set tonight. I usually pick a theme for my sets and then play 3 or maybe 4 songs on that theme. It helps me select my tunes. But sometimes I just draw a blank. And I decided, what the heck? I'm going to repeat one of my earlier themes. And then I thought, well, why don't I just repeat the last 150 in sequence if I can't think of something? So, excuse me, if I have a new theme to do, I will do it. Or if something occurs to me, or if I do another Samara request theme, if she can come up with more requests, I will do them. Because I like her requests a great deal. But I'm going to do a repeat of something I did almost 3 years ago. It was 150 episodes ago. So roughly 50 a year, something like that, 51 or 2 a year. So almost 3 years ago. I was in the middle of Songs About Nothing when the first open mic, the one that I did with Dave Hampton and all the folks over there at the Wild Goose, when they went back to the bar, I said, I'm kind of lost my mojo for the bar. I'm going to stay home and keep doing this. So I was in the middle of doing, I think we did 100 sets, 100 episodes of the old show. And my 100th episode was Songs About Nothing Part 1. So my 151st episode, so my first episode of my open mic, which is the 151st one as well, right? My first one was Songs About Nothing Part 2. So what I'm going to do tonight is Songs About Nothing Part 2, Take 2. All right? So take 2 on that one. All right? Man, I'm supposed to get something when I do this. Maybe they did. Oh, maybe it's been disabled. All right. Usually I get balloons or something when I do a peace sign. All right, good. Maybe it's been delayed. Well, maybe it's not good. Anyway, I'm going to do Songs About Nothing, Part 2, Take 2. This is a song I've done a million times. I probably played this song more than any of my other songs. It's called Nothing's Impossible Now, kind of inspired by Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg's songs for The Wizard of Oz. I would while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. Just, clever little lyrics about life. So I'm going to do Nothing's Impossible Now. cure for war and a cure for cancer, a Christmas song about Prancer and Dancer. I used to call you but you wouldn't answer. Nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. If you are really in love with me, nothing's impossible now. The world could go back and be flat once again. We could sit down and write letters by pen. Cats could be trained to count up to 10. Nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. If you are really in love with me, nothing's impossible now. Gravity might be just a suggestion. We could trade all of our answers for questions. Now that your love is the church I've been blessed in, nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. If you are really in love with me, nothing's impossible now. Bluegrass bands could play really slow songs. Circles and squares could all get along. The president could admit he was wrong. Hey, nothing's impossible now. Doctors could pay you when they showed up late. I could be cheerful at 7:45. Now that you've asked me out on a date, nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. If you are really in love with me, oh, nothing's impossible now. The Berlin Wall and the man on the moon, cracks in the stone we could walk right through. You loving me and me loving you, nothing's impossible now. Folk music back at the top of the charts. Everyone singing and playing guitars. Everyone dancing wherever they are. Nothing's impossible now. All of our power could come from the sun. Flowers could grow from the barrels of guns. Now that you've said that I am the one, nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. Nothing's impossible now. If you are really in love with me, nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible now. All right, there you have it. Nothing's impossible now. You know that feeling when it just seems like it's not going to work out, and then you persevere and you stick around and you keep hanging in there even though you know it's not going to work. And then somehow someone tells the truth and someone tells the truth, and that affects what's true after that. And then someone tells the truth about that, and that affects the truth of what's true after that. And next thing you know, you're in love again. And you're like, holy shit, that wasn't impossible. That's what inspired that tune. All right, here's a song called Nothing at All. Further along in my Nothings, no, Songs About Nothing, Part 2, Take 2. Maybe it's just a scam, but I'm not busted. Maybe it's all been planned, but I'm not bored. Maybe it's just a dance, but it's not over. Maybe it's just a joke, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a dream, but I'm still sleeping. Maybe it's just a test, but I'm still here. Maybe it's what it seems, whatever that is. Maybe it's just the edge of the wild frontier. Still something to see. Maybe it's nothing at all, but it's alright with me. Maybe it's the wrong spot, but I'm not moving. Maybe it's a long shot, but I'm still in. Maybe it's a freak show, but I'm not freaking. Maybe it's like a lot of where I've been. Maybe it's just a lie, but I believe it. Maybe it's just a ride, but I'm not done. Maybe it's in my mind, but I don't mind it. Maybe it's just a line, but it's well spun. Maybe it's nothing at all, but it's still something to see. Maybe it's nothing at all, but it's alright with me. Maybe it's just a scam, but I'm not busted. Maybe it's all been planned, but I'm not bored. Maybe it's just a dance, but it's not over. Maybe it's just a joke, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's nothing at all, it's still something to see. Maybe it's nothing at all, but it's alright with me. It's alright with me. All right, Nothing at All, that's called. Number 2 of my Songs About Nothing Part 2 set that I did way the hell back a few years ago. And I'm repeating tonight. So it's Songs About Nothing Part 2. Take 2. Part 2, take 2. I know what you're thinking. Jesus Christ, dude. You started Capoed Up 7. Then you went to Capoed Up 8. And now, holy mother of God, you're going up to Capo 9. And you think to yourself, what the hell? Why is he capoed up 9? Couldn't he just take the capo off and just play the song in E? Yes, but it wouldn't have these high notes in it. I like them high notes, so I just do the capo up to 9, because that's what I like to do. All right, here's the last of these songs. They're all available, by the way. GeneBurnett.com, musical recordings. Go onto that page. 42 albums that you can download or listen to free. There's a donation PayPal link there, like a tip jar. There's one underneath this video. Tip me if you like. It's awesome to get a tip. If you like this kind of thing and you feel like it's worth a few bucks to you, throw me a few bucks. But no need to do that. Only if you feel it. I'm doing this for fun, and I'm doing this because it helps me sort out my life, and I share it because it might help you sort out yours a little bit. Have a little, find it of use. But they're all free over there at GeneBurnett.com. I do this every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Post a set here, repost it on Facebook. And over on Facebook, I listen to all my musical friends. Join me if you wish. This is from 2012. Let's try that again. Since I saw you last, I've been moving fast. I've been busy doing nothing. Songs have gotten sung, work has gotten done. I've been busy doing nothing. I try every day to get out of the way. I've been busy doing nothing. Dusk has turned to dawn. Time has come and gone. I've been busy doing nothing. Everything has changed, everything's the same. I've been busy doing nothing. broken and repaired. I'm still drawing air. I've been busy doing nothing since I saw you last. I've been moving fast. I've been busy doing nothing. I've been busy doing nothing. I've been busy doing nothing. Actually, that is one of Samara's favorite songs. I might have played her request by coincidence there. So anyway, I do this every Sunday night at 8 o'clock, post a set just like this on a different theme. I'm probably going to do Songs About Nothing Part 3, Take 2 next week. You never know. And then I will share it here on YouTube at 8, and then I'll go ahead and put it on Facebook at the same time, 8 o'clock Sunday nights, and then I'll listen to my set, and then I'll listen to your sets. If you have them, feel free to post something down below or over on Facebook, even better, because that's where I'll post it eventually. See, I post them all on Facebook, and then I just click on my links that I've posted one after another. Saves me time, and I can just watch my musical friends, which is a nice way to spend a Sunday night. Been doing it for many, many years. Just not in person. I'm doing it virtually. So if you'd like to join me, please do. Meanwhile, breathe deep, take good care so that when the other side is this side, we'll both be there and saying, hey man, was that some shit or what? See if my things work anymore. I don't think they do. I don't think I can get my fireworks anymore. Somehow I disabled it. Usually if I do 2 thumbs, I get fireworks. But I think I disabled it on Zoom or something. I got to go over there and change that so I can do my fireworks now and then. Anyway, do like I said. All right, next time.